What is up, guys? Welcome back to another daily build video. We've got a summit coming up that's going to use this 488 Pista, and so today that's what we're talking about. Let's go. Real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for any of my builds, I have a full spreadsheet of builds for Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Unbound, and the community builds for Need for Speed Unbound, and I'm adding Motorfest tunes as well. You can go to militiagamingcode.com/builds and you will find those builds. And in addition to that, if you want to submit your builds for testing, you can do that on the same exact page. Just scroll down and enter your information in either the Motorfest form or the Unbound form. I'll check it out when I have a chance, and maybe you'll be featured in a video like this. All right, let's get into this. All right, let's get into the stats for the car. The speed is 280 miles per hour. That's normal for hypercars. 2.6 acceleration, good. Braking distance is 18.3, it's good. Lateral G's though is 1.34, and when you drive this car, you can definitely feel that it's not holding the corners like it should. Now it sort of grips the corner, and I'll talk about this a little bit later in the video since I've already shot my grand race portion of this before I decided to shoot the intro. But I talk about how the car really doesn't hold these corners very well. It sort of grips, but it like wants to walk out towards the edge of the corner. It's almost like it's drifting the corner, but you're not making any tire smoke and you're not really losing the back end, so it's still semi-gripped. Anyway, you can definitely tell that the lateral G stat of 1.34 is what's happening to this car. But let me get into this tune because it's kind of wild. I've never tuned a hypercar like this before, but this seems to be the best way to drive this car, at least on my test course, which is achieving immortality. I ran the best time, and that time actually is 1:21.860, and that's with no NOS affixes, no nitrochemist, nothing like that. Basically testing with green parts. So let's get into the tune. First, we're gonna go to the suspension, and what you're gonna do is stiffen everything. Trust me, this is weird. I've never done it before, but stiffen everything that you've got here all the way up, anti-rolls all the way up, and then camber all the way down. It's a very strange tune, but this makes the car feel the best in my opinion. It's good for me, and if you don't like this tune, definitely check out another tune. There's tons in the community. There's tons of people putting out tunes. This happens to feel the best for me. It's the most responsive that the car is, and it limits a little bit of that slippage that I'm talking about. It just stops it from walking out on the turns a little bit. It still does it, but this minimizes it a little. So anyway, enjoy this, enjoy the grand race, and yeah, that's it. Let's go take it out on grand race. All right, here we go. So we got the 488 up second in this race. Let's see how we do. Street tier 1 is first. Usually those are a little bit more calm than like say Alpha GP, so we'll see how it goes. I'm starting near the front. That's just good. See if we can just have nice clean lines through here. Would have been nice if I didn't hit so many poles. We got Mr. Snipey up here. Oh, little slippy slidey. Kind of forgot how to drive Street Tier 1. I got no NOS whatsoever. I broke those walls for him, so he should be able to catch up. Oh, too much grass. Oh yeah, he's still gonna have some slippage. Gotta make this. There we go.
All right,
right, we're doing okay so far. It's a little bit of a rough. A little bit of a rough transition on some of this stuff. Like, I downshifted too much on that corner. There we go. I should have a little more NOS going into this straight, but you know, I've been touching it a little bit here and there. All right, here we go. 488 time. Whoa, dude, what the heck? Spawned me in like a, I don't even know. Whoa. All right, 488, let's calm down a little bit, eh? All right, that's my mistake. Maybe I could just, you know, drive a little cleaner. The thing with the 488 is that it is very responsive, so it's a little twitchy, but it doesn't have the ability that some of the other hypercars do to maintain traction through corners. I know I'm talking like really slow right now, but I'm concentrating on these gutters. Nick is catching me because these gutters are proving to be difficult to do with this car. I'm not sure I like this car in the Grand Races. Oh my god. I think he followed my line through there. Ended up hitting that wall a little harder than I did. Anyways, I'm not a huge fan of this car in the Grand Races. And the reason is because it just walks out on you. See how it doesn't maintain the traction, the line that you're trying to take? It doesn't want to stay on that line. It wants to just walk out. And that's not good for these. You need the traction. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Snipey passes me before the end of this. I'm gonna have to do my best. Alright, a little bit too much of a loss of traction there. He's in a Bugatti Shinto. Like I said, I wasn't not surprised he passed me. I'd love to have my car at some point. I lost that position because of the car transition, so that's cool. It's alright, we're gonna fight for it anyway though. We still got this. All right. Don't want to overuse NOS. We'll let those guys hit the canoes. They're just knocking everything out of the way for me. And we got to get back in slip. Otherwise, they're just going to walk away. Alright, this is basically who has more NOS through these water sections. That's how it's gonna end up. I'm not gonna overuse it. I know they've got slip. I'm gonna let them go ahead and pass if you want to, my friends. I'm not overusing this to let you guys just slip behind me. And then use me. Here we go. This is it. How much NOS do I have? Well, let's go. Anyway, back to the 488. We're going to have to use this 488 in this upcoming summit. That's why I'm doing this video. And it's just really loose. Like the whole thing just feels really loose. The second you turn into a corner, it feels like you're losing traction. It feels like... It doesn't feel like the back end is going to slip out on you. It grips the corner. But it grips it in like this weird way. It just keeps walking out farther and farther to the outside of the corner. But it's still like, I guess, gripped. I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest with you. But it just doesn't handle the way you want it to. Like, it turns in good. It's responsive, especially with stiffening all the suspension. And it just doesn't hold the corner. It's very strange. So this is going to be an interesting summit to go through with on this car. This might not be the final tune. I mean, this just feels good for right now. When we get into the summit, I might have to retune this for the specific events that we're going to be using, or that we're going to be driving in that summit. So keep an eye out for the summit guide, because there might be a slightly different tune there. This one feels fine. I tuned it according to Achieving Immortality, which is my test course for hypercars. And anyway, it's just something that, I don't know. I'm not 100% pleased with this car. I thought it'd be a lot better, and it's just kind of meh. I mean, you can see it almost lost me this race. I was out in front by a little bit thanks to the Focus, and then sort of lost those positions to the Cento Dieci, and yeah, it's just not, it just doesn't compete on that level. So anyway, there's your 488 for you, and I will catch you on tomorrow's daily build. Thanks for watching. Trigger out.